That's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's read this too.
I'm putting in the private chat. Hold
okay.
on.
Since Supergirl is rumored to be showing up to pick Krypto at the end of Superman, having the first look at Supergirl in the credits of this film, I think that's what people were saying. Will have many eyes on. Is it a great idea? And HBO Max put Millie Alcock as a cast member in this movie. I don't care if the DCU does post credits or not having trailer connects to the film. Oh yeah, there's nothing in here.
Yeah, go to the actual private chat so I can help you out.
Sorry, I wanted to read it live, so I didn't pre-read it. Okay.
It's a video clip. The source of this is Chris Gore and Film Threat.
Oh no, it's Chris Gore.
Yes.
Chris Gore. I'm kidding.
I do not know how this man still has access. I'm not going to dog on him. I just all he does. I don't think he's objective. I think he just trashes stuff, and he still gets. He still gets all the stuff.
So if this is true, massive spoilers.
But if that's accurate, if he trashes stuff and the industry still gives him access, that's credit to the industry, because you know how they say you have to shill to maintain access. I guess not. If Chris Gore still has it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually credit to the industry. They're not afraid of criticism. Okay, here we go.
In the recent test screening, there are 2 post-credit scenes. I won't tell you what happens.
Okay.
Scenes. But I'll tell you who is featured. Would you like to know? And
yes, I do want to know.
If anyone here wants to dip out, I'm going to say it, and then we will not discuss for the rest of the show. Thank you, Alan. So here it is. 2 post-credit scene. One featuring Brainiac.
Ooh. That could be legit, RJ. Remember that thing? We still didn't know what it was. And originally when they showed that first image of Superman,
that's not Brainiac. That's not Brainiac.
Well, why would they show post-credit scene in the trailer?
That's another villain from a comic book.
No, it's not. You're right, Brian. There's a thing in the sky that people didn't know what it was, and there was speculation that it's associated.
We know
with
robot.
Brainiac.
Bro, no.
Oh, is that what he was putting his boots on?
Brainiac is a robot.
Yeah, there's a glowing thing in the sky and outside the window.
Yeah, it's
people think it has something to do with Brainiac.
No,
it's like you guys didn't care about the glowing orb. All you cared about was how the suit flexes on the arms.
No.
Oh God, that was
Brainiac.
That was a mind-numbing.
Yeah, Brainiac.
I cared about the glowing orb.
Finish the video.
Okay. The guy with the white hair looks like Nick Avocado.
Oh my God, that's disrespectful. Wow.
What? You have some? You think Nick? You think a mukbang YouTuber deserves some respect? I'm sorry.
Nah, he fake his. Nah, I ain't gonna say it.
No, I don't think. I give him. That's another.
Yeah, I give him. Whatever. I ain't gonna say. Never mind. Let's go on.
And another featuring Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
I mean, of course, makes
that's
sense.
not that crazy.
Yeah, that's not crazy, but he's like, I'm Hal Jordan. Yeah, like
why would they why would they do Hal Jordan, not Jon Stewart, though?
Because his show comes out next year.
Here, okay.
No, if they were gonna do a Green Lantern tease at the end of this, I would want Jon Stewart, not Hal Jordan.
I guess
people are more familiar with John.
People are more familiar
with Hal Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
don't know.
Well, I had no idea who Jon Stewart was.
A lot of people know Jon Stewart is the younger generation.
But also, Guy
Gardner
and
the Justice League animated.
Comparable in age, so they would probably know each other.
Well, you're missing an entire Boomer / Gen X demographic.
Okay, but here's why this is totally fake, in my opinion. Because Chris Gore saying that this came from a recent test screening. Mm-hmm. They never, ever put the post-credit scenes in test screenings. They have
how do you know 100% certainty? I believe that's
because they don't do
right.
That. They don't do that. They don't do that. Why would you put the post-credit scene as part of the
see how the test audience likes the test screenings? Maybe you don't use both of them. Maybe you see which one people respond to.
No. You're not going to put post-credit scenes in a test screening. Plus, James Gunn has said that he may not even use post-credit scenes for DC movies.
Yeah, because not every
Ah,
comic
yeah,
movie
right.
has to have a post-credit
That,
scene.
that
Yeah,
you could
right.
say, yeah, right.
Bro,
but that's what
ain't
he's talking
nobody
about.
believe in James Gunn.
I don't believe James
I
Gunn
ain't-
on that one.
I think
Yeah,
you're gonna
bro.
be the only sap sitting in the theater waiting for one.
I ain't going.
I
He's-
was, yeah, I'll be
He
waiting.
said that he didn't want to rely on post-credit scenes to set up other movies within the
Yeah,
movie.
bro,
itself.
sure,
It should be
bro,
a complete experience.
Yeah, but you're gonna have
One thing for
Supergirl in the movie, but
audiences.
yeah, but you're gonna have Supergirl in that movie, which set up a next movie, sure, bro. Okay, sure.
She's
Sure.
not there to set up the next movie though.
I mean, she's in the Superman, and
Yeah,
the
he's gonna
audience,
do a
the audience gonna
pre-credit
know that
scene.
her movies come out next year.
It's not a pre-credit scene either. It doesn't
It
set
doesn't
up her.
matter if you showed up a character that
It
comes
does.
out
It
movie.
doesn't set up her movie at all.
Doesn't have to set up a movie, whatever.
Listen,
If the character's
John,
in one movie, that means the character is gonna show up next somewhere else. And,
all right,
and the movie
John
comes out
D.
next.
I want to respond to this and let RJ respond because there's accusations coming your way, RJ. I will say this: RJ is a shill, okay? But if Superman is bad, and he thinks it's bad at least, he is going to be crushed. He's going to be depressed, and he's not going to be able to see it every day. He's not going to want to see it every day, which I don't think is going to happen. So he will tell you the truth.
I kind of feel like RJ would probably take a break from the internet for a while too.
No, I think he'd be like, I didn't like it.
At least for
But I
live
don't see
streaming,
it. I don't see that. Now, what? How would you respond to this, RJ? You're definitely shilling for the movie, I believe.
no,
but if it's
I am the most objective person in this movie talk
I
community.
don't think
100% the most
I wouldn't
objective
go
person
that far,
out here.
RJ. Come on now.
I am.
100% the most objective.
No,
Objective
I am. We'll do a poll.
Okay, yeah, no. The least objective? Okay, yeah. You guys can
Not the
give each
least.
other-
No,
You guys can
not the
give
least.
each other a run for your money, you know?
No, not the least.
Most objective? I beg to differ.
Actually, I would
I
say
top 5.
I would say actually, if we're not talking about Star Trek, Brian's probably the most objective, and then comes me because he doesn't really care. He's not even going to see the movie if it's not good.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see it.
But I
'cause
would not.
I like Superman a lot, you know, and that's like a guarantee. I'm gonna go watch it. However, I just don't.
I can only speak for myself, but I would not describe anything that I've done as shilling. It's just being overtly excited and positive.
It's okay, dude. No one's giving you a hard time, man. Who's giving you a hard time? People on
I'm
the
joking
internet's-
with you about being a shill. But you want it to succeed for sure. What do you think?
It's good. I mean, if it's bad, it's going to be crushing.
Yeah,
I hope it's a good movie. I mean,
right. When I am not. People will ask why I'm not a good film reviewer. I like to do reactions, talk about the industry. When I see a movie and I don't like it, I have a hard time even reviewing it. I'm like, I get depressed for a day or two. I'm like, shit, that sucked.
I mean, that's how it felt after Rise of Skywalker.
Right. I have such a hard.
I get it.
I give a lot of credit to people that do it consistently. It's hard when I that's why you see me give movie reviews. I usually give it like 8, 9, 10, or 11, and then the bad ones I don't even review sometimes. I'm like, oh. Okay.
I have a very hard time believing it's going to be a bad movie, though.
Oh, I don't think so either. Yeah. There's just so much in here that looks fun.
I would be shocked if it was a bad movie.
I mean, I'm sure I'm going to have criticism to certain things. I'm like, oh, that's annoying, but yeah, it's still there's so much there. Let's go down. I actually think this sounds accurate about Brainiac,
but
I think
they don't put post-credit scenes in test screenings. It's never been done before. Why would you put the post-credit scenes in the test screening when you know it's going to leak? Marvel doesn't do that. They hold the post-credit scenes until the day the movie premieres. Even then, they sometimes save it until the movie actually comes out.
All right. Well, I could see it. Okay. I'm unsure if there was the end credit sequence, but I believe they could be.
I only give Chris Gore this. Sometimes he's spot on because he did get the Avengers cast announcement. He was the first one to report that something was happening that day. But still, I just don't see this as being accurate.
I would like to hear what Jeff Schneider says on this. Hopefully, he'll cover this on the hot mic next week.
But why would you want to know anyway? It's a huge spoiler.
Is it though? Like, okay,
Yes.
how Jordan showing up? Okay, maybe, but no. Well, I mean, yeah, he's a character that interacts with stuff out of space.
Why would you want Brainiac
Um,
spoiled?
Brainiac. I mean, okay, I could see that. That would be a big spoiler because people wanted to see the character for the last 15 years, and so yeah, that's a big spoiler. Hell, Jordan, I don't see that as a spoiler because his show comes out next year. So like, okay, with Jon Stewart in it as his mentor. So like,
I
yeah,
could easily
like,
see Brainiac if they were going to do one. I could easily see Brainiac or Hal Jordan being in it. But
mhm,
like RJ saying, I'm not saying it's. I understand it's probably uncommon
yeah.
to show end credit sequence at a test screening. I
Mhm.
don't know. I'm not as convinced as you are that they would never do it.
I mean, could James do it and trick audience? Sure, he could if he wanted to.
Or maybe that's
But
not
like,
the end credit
I don't know.
sequence, because Hal Jordan is not that crazy of a
Cameo,
yeah.
like
Brainiac is more
yeah,
exciting.
Brainiac, yes, because people have been wanting to see the character for a long ass time.
And honestly, if the movie, you know more about the movie than most people. I don't know if Brainiac is kind of hinted at in the actual movie too. I don't know. That might not be much of a spoiler either if you've seen the whole movie. Like if that's the other thing that might be make it more plausible, RJ, is if in the actual context of the movie, which you might know more than I do, is maybe they already hint at Brainiac to begin with. He's being awfully quiet.
I don't know. I just don't. I just don't see it. I just don't.
Okay. Well, Anthony, what do you think? So RJ says no. I say maybe 50-50. Anthony, what do you think? You think Chris Gore's on to something with this leak?
I could see Brainiac because I
Yeah,
mean,
I could see how we're
I could see
bringing in.
that. But I mean, I say I give it a 40% chance. A 40.
Brian, do you think that? Do you agree with what RJ's saying? Why would they show a test end credit sequence in a test screening? It's just not accurate.
It
Do you
doesn't
agree?
seem. It
Okay.
doesn't seem like Why would you do that?
Okay. My response would be is that he's already hinted at in the movie, so that would be a reason to show to show that sequence, is because there's already
Well, if you're already hinting at something in the movie, why are you putting in a post-credit scene?
because
Put it in the damn
maybe
movie.
they actually show Brainiac. Then maybe there's hints at Brainiac, but then they actually show Brainiac. And the other reason I think that Brainiac might be part of this is that space monkey and the goop thing that RJ, you know what I'm talking about, that
It's
toy
not
that
a space monkey. It's Gleeks.
Gleeks. I think Gleeks has something to do with Brainiac, does it?
No, it's a reference to Super Friends.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Gleeks super suck. That's what I think. I don't like the
Just
Gleeks.
wait until you see Baby Joey.
I don't. That toy looks awful.
It's Baby Joey.
do. Baby Joey?
Yeah, he's a big part of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Anthony Cheeseman says RJ being real quiet because he knows. He knows. Yeah.